Yeah, I accidentally hit the test button instead of the save button. I like to follow myself. Okay, so anyhow, where were we? So I picked this up today and took it. I flew it. It seems 3D wise, it seems like a good plane. I'll show you guys some tricks I figured out. It does have its issues, and then haven't had a chance to report them. But anyhow, so to start off, here's what the plane looks like on the outside. It's got a pretty good exterior model, and they've got pilots modeled in there. Let's go inside the plane. Now, I know what some of you guys were thinking when you saw the screenshots on the org. They looked very bright and plasticky. I think for some reason, whoever took the screenshots didn't have HDR turned on. Because this interior to me looks better than the screenshots on the org. So it's not that bad. In fact, if the things that I pay attention to are how detailed the labels are and stuff. And there is a texturing here. So yeah, this up here is not that high res, but and then once we get the plane going, the screens are actually all pretty high res, so you can literally zoom into them and not see too much artifacting or blurriness or anything. So so this plane comes kind of like the Flight Factor planes, like you saw Cat Strader flying earlier. This plane comes with a little iPhone doohickey. And I'm not going to do the walk around. I haven't even tried the walk around yet, to tell the truth. We got our parking brake set. We can see if this works. One time this didn't work. Yeah, it's not working right now. I don't have to request the GPU. Let's turn the battery on, see if we can. Oh, there he goes. We had to have the battery on. And really, I think all that does is just it pulls up this 3D GPU object plugged in. So we can get external power on. Let me turn on. I disabled the X-Plane audio. We're on PilotEdge, but PilotEdge is muted right now. So here's all the screens have popped up. Let's go ahead and put the nav lights on. Everything's dark right now, so the way to turn lights on the text, this controls that, and this outer one should control the overhead. So I can make it as bright or not as bright as I want. And then the inside knob controls the pedestal lighting. And then we have a floodlight. So as bright or not as bright as I want to. And then each of these displays has all these knobs control the display brightnesses. And then they do have independent knobs on the Copilot side, which actually is pretty cool. See if for some reason the flood, then again the floodlights control both, so that's not a surprise. I think the Copilot can have his own HSI and stuff, which is kind of rare on these planes. Let me just check chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, so Whiskey Sema, the screenshots compare. I mean, what you're seeing here is, I mean, nowhere near what the screenshots look like. So now there's a couple of things I like planes that
Bob Hope Airport.
Listen to both comms, so I can tune the ATIS. But this plane, I don't know if in the real world, if the plane's like this, but you can't monitor dual comms. I don't know if I'm supposed to turn those on yet, but I am, because I like to turn things on. Just make that a little brighter. And all these windows pop out. and you can move them. I haven't figured out how to resize them though. Maybe they can't be. But all these windows you can pop out. It's almost like I should be able to resize that, but I haven't found any drag points that will resize it. I have, and a disclaimer, I have not read the manuals at all. So there may be shortcuts that I don't know about. This does have, almost all this stuff is automated. The fuels and auxiliary pumps, and it's got APU controls here, and the engine bleeds and packs are here. Windshield heat is up here. All the lights are, this is pretty handy controls here for the lighting, for the exterior lights. Of course, your typical landing gear. It does have the manual release. I haven't tried that yet. It does have anti-skid. That button is modeled. I don't know if it's the anti-skid is modeled or not. It does reflect it on the screen though. On the navigation display here, we can look at map mode for navigation. We can turn on, look at all those waypoints. We won't show that. And then we can show our vertical profile. We can go into plan mode to see our plan. And then we got all these status windows. And that shows that our door is open. Here's our electrical system. So everything's powered up. The APU is not generating power and the engines are not generating power. So that's not surprising. Fuel pumps are already on. They're, I guess, controlled automatically by the AC power. Hydraulics. So nothing is really being powered right now. Blades. There's nothing going on in the blade system. And then the flight controls. And right now it says my elevators are fine, but my rudder is not. And yeah, if someone can, there you go. There's a link for Mature Gamer HD. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's not a bad. And then radar, we can turn. Now it'll be interesting to see if the PilotEdge radar comes in. There are planes like the IXEG and the Arabesque planes, the E1000 and stuff. The TCAS now works on PilotEdge. I have not tried TCAS on PilotEdge in this plane yet, so it'll be interesting to see if that pops up. We can turn TCAS on. So I guess theoretically we should see targets here. TCAS on. What else? Let's go ahead and get the ATIS.
Bob Hope Airport Information Alpha. 1900 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 5, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 7700 scattered, temperature 22, dew point 0. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runway 15. Advise on initial contact you have Alpha.
Okay. So we got our Barrow. We'll probably be taking off runway 15 since winds are 160. We can display, we can control what our bearing indicators on the HSI display here are. So we can cycle between ADF, VOR1, or nothing. And then on this, our HSI2, we can cycle VOR2, ADF2, and nothing. And we can choose what type of HSI display to have. Either this arc mode or this full circle. Elapsed time we can display here. We can switch, let me go back to map. So these guys here, as far as I can tell, we can switch to FMS. This is how we do our FMS nav. Is clicking this button and you'll see FMS pop up here. But if we want to navigate by radios, localizers and VORs and stuff, then we use that. SRN, I don't know what SRN stands for. I don't know, standard radio navigating, I guess. And then we can zoom in and out of the map with these up and down arrows. And now the autopilot. Something I found out. If I set an altitude here, vertical speed mode and flight change mode, neither of those will capture the altitude, at least the last flight that my test flight. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to try not to bust altitudes, which means I'm going to have to manage my vertical speed. Once we reach our altitude, I'll have to level off manually. But we'll see if that happens. Maybe there's a glitch and it didn't work. FMC. I set up camera view. So by default, it opens up the FMC in radio mode, so we can control our radios here. So let me go ahead and put some frequencies in here while we're here. Clearance delivery is going to be 118.0. Put that in standby, then cycle it to the current frequency, and then ground is 123.9er. So we'll put that in standby. Navs, I guess we could. So we're going to take the Van Nuys 3 departure. So I guess we could put the Van Nuys VOR in here, just as another reference. We're going to fly by GPS nav, but might as well have an extra setting. And then our transponder code goes here now. I have I've had issues on my test flight with the ident button. I noticed while I was flying, and I have this this plugin. It's a COM helper plugin. I forget what it's called, like PE helper COM or PE COM helper. It's a fly with Lewis script. It's handy to double check your squawk and your transponder to make sure you are, and you can actually control the transponder with this plugin. I noticed that my ident light was continuously flashing, like 30 minutes after I clicked this ident. So I tried it again later when I reloaded the plane. I didn't. I have a joystick binding, and it didn't cause a problem. And then when I tried this button again, it didn't cause a problem. But just keep aware that there might be something that causes an infinite loop with ident, which, if you're on the ATC network, is going to drive the controllers crazy. I found out if I cycle through the transponder modes with this plugin, it seems to clear it. So if that happens to me tonight, I'll just cycle the standby. Now, I haven't figured out how to set the transponder modes in this plane. There's nothing here for the transponder. There's nothing on the center pedestal for the transponder. There's just this set your code and ident, and then on radio page 2 it's just the ADF radios. So I don't know if there's an easy way to change transponder modes here, so I'm gonna cheat and use this plugin. So I think if you're familiar with the X-Crafts, I think Embraer 175 or whatever, this is the same FMC system. So it's fairly basic. Here's just some stats. Flight plan, we don't have a flight plan loaded. We have to go to these departures and arrivals and set our departures and arrivals. And there are some weird quirks that I had to figure out how to make this work. Hey, Tim Rodeo, how's it going? So, what I'm going to do now is set up the flight plan. Even though they tell you you shouldn't go ahead and plug in your flight plan before you get clearance, chances are I'm going to get this clearance. But I want to read through this with you guys. So I put the airport. We're going to select our runway. I'm assuming runway 5. And these arrows are kind of misaligned. Even if I move my camera view, the arrows are misaligned. So it's not just the camera angle here. Select SID. We're going to take the Van Nuys 3. Transition is going to be Daggett. I can't remember if it's this screen. No, not this screen. Let's go ahead and go to arrival. We're going to fly to Las Vegas. Because where else is someone in a Hawker jet in Burbank going to fly to? And runway, we'll just pick the default 25 left. Stars. Our stars on the next page, so you can go when you see pages 1 of 4. You can click here. Our star we're interested in is the last one, Daggett transition. I'm just gonna pick Prino, and we don't have any choices here. So once you do this, this is one thing that I couldn't figure out. So you go here to look at your flight plan. It says flight plan not loaded. I don't think it's execute. It's, I think, init. Execute. So that's a weird thing that's not made clear. Is I had to hit init and then execute, and now our flight plan shows up here, and I can cycle through them. To do a direct to, I also found out this button is a direct to. So if you're flying and you want to go to direct to one of these waypoints, you just highlight it with this control wheel. And this doesn't do mouse wheels, by the way. And then you just hover and highlight, and then you can direct to. So chances are we're going to get direct to, I don't know, Lang or something is typical on these departures. So I'll highlight this and we go back here. Yep, our flight plan. Okay, it's not still highlighted, so we'll just have to remember. We'll have to. And then hit clip. Okay, I haven't tried that Tim Rodeo. What I did was, I found that by accident, was on this page, init, then execute, and it worked, so. Next time I'll try to remember, going back to the main menu and hit execute. Autopilot, what's cool is you can plug in all your target speeds for the MCP, so that, because if you, like, let's say we want to set our altitude. If we use this knob, this altitude, let me see if I can get a better angle here. This altitude goes very slow. It does it in like tens of feet and stuff, and then it accelerates if you hold it. So if you want to set MCP numbers really quick, I don't know what initial altitude we get. Maybe 8,000. We'll get that from our clearance. You could put that. If you want to fly 220 knots, you can put that in there. Vertical speed, you can preset that. Heading, actually heading on this departure, the Van Nuys 3 departure, assuming we take off runway 15, we're going to take a heading of 213. So there, that's cool. That's a cool time-saving setting. And now everything's set. 800, heading 213. We can't do, I don't think we do course here. Nav source. We can switch from indicated speed to Mach here. We can turn on our localizer glide slope back course. Yeah, we can't. There's no other page. Okay, so the course knob you still have to set the manual way. Also, the FMS is the only way to target speed and heart. Yeah. let's see. Well, I could set the speed here. Now, the problem that I have had, and none of these buttons actually work. Like, you can't push these. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that works. So this has a push button. The heading button doesn't have a push button, but the course button does. That's kind of cool. Yeah, PilotEdge will be up for another few hours, but I just figured, you know, for those who... Oh, and someone mentioned the courses, so now our flight plan shows up on this display. Let me zoom in. Yeah, of course, it's assuming our first course goes direct from the airport to the Van Nuys viewer. We can go into plan mode. And if we're in plan mode, this up and down button cycles through the plan. Twine, Lang, Slap, Daggett, Meisen, Clar, Beaver, APEC, So that's how we cycle. Instead of zoom on plan mode, these cycle through the plan. Weather's on, TCAS is on. I don't know if we have any traffic near us. No, I don't see any real traffic here. Okay, so I think we've set just... Let's check our fuel. We've got plenty. I don't know if that's right or not. We'll just say we have 2 hours of fuel at... Let's see. So let's say that Mr. Mercedes Uber guy is gone. We're going to take the engines and the chocks and cones off. We'll leave the GPU on. We'll leave the door open for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and file our flight plan. And also, should I say Lima? I don't know. I'll call it Lima. I think it's probably technically Lima. Do I know how to add waypoints in the flight plan? That's a good question. I think I saw that. Hold on. I think I saw that. Add route waypoints. No. Waypoint 1. There was some screen route edit. No. Where was that? Oh yes. Yes, there you go. So that's how you do it. You pick your waypoint and then you click the push button. And then you can insert before or after, or you can delete. Or you can update the waypoint if for some reason things are wrong. So that's how you do it. Go into your go into flight plan and scroll down and click. So, yep. But that's a good question because if you're not used to it and you have to do it at the heat of the moment, it's always good to have some practice doing it. Now, I've used elevator trim and stuff, but it doesn't seem to reflect on here. But it does work while I'm flying. Like I could tell, if I use my elevator tram, it is functional. It's just for some reason it doesn't reflect it on this display. So let's go ahead and get our flight plan in. Las Vegas, Van Nuys 3, Daggett, and CAPEC 3. Very, very simple flight plan. We're going to hit this altitude fast. Now, I don't know if this is realistic, but this plane climbs like a bat out of hell, and it dives like a bomber. We'll just say I have no idea what we're going to cruise at. I'm not used to flying this plane. We'll just let the controller know that we are live streaming en route. I don't know, 40 minutes. We'll just say we have 2 hours of fuel on board. We probably have more than that, but yeah, I figure, biz jets normally climb pretty fast, Tim Rodeo, but I don't know. This thing shoots up. I have to pull the throttle back to get I'll be up above 10. Like my altitude restrictions, I'm going to bust them all since this thing doesn't capture them. So I'm going to have to be careful flying through altitude restrictions. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm pretty sure that's the ICAO code, Burbank, Las Vegas. Okay, let's file that. Let me go ahead and unmute the PilotEdge audio because I had that muted so we don't get interrupted. Let's make sure our radio's 118.0. Let's listen to PilotEdge for a little bit. And while we're listening, I need a pen and paper to write my clearance down on. So we are Hawker 404 Charlie Delta. And I'll write down craft scale, yes. Okay. Haven't heard anything yet. Let me check the PilotEdge map. Our plan is showing up. It does show us on frequency. Let's listen for a moment longer. And for those of you who are just tuning in, let's take a look at the outside until we hear something on PilotEdge. Nope, there is audio on PilotEdge, and I'm just not hearing it. Why am I not hearing it? I might have to restart my audio plugin. So stand by. Let me restart my filters, audio filters. Okay, that should be started. Why am I not hearing? Cable A. Whoops. It was working yesterday. Let me restart the whole voice meter audio engine. And let me know if for some reason my voice goes weird, because sometimes when I play with this voice meter stuff, it goes crazy. Nope, it's not coming through. Why is it not coming through? Is it, let me see if I can find the audio device. Stand by, guys. We are having slight technical... Oh! Hold on. That might have fixed it. Let's listen for a while longer. No, it's not the sim. But I noticed when I switched to my audio levels, X-Plane was at 0 level. And there's nobody talking on PilotEdge right now, of course, so...
Santa Maria Ground, Cirrus 161 Juliet Whiskey, Handy Reed.
There we go.
It's modulated and broken, but I hear you, so stand by 1 second. I'm coordinating with another controller.
There we go. That is loud. That guy is loud. Okay, so that's for some reason my Windows audio level reset itself to nothing.
And remember, 161 Juliet Whiskey, on your last flight, when you lost communications, you're not supposed to squawk VFR. You need to squawk 7600, which is the radio failure squawk code. And before you say that you lost communications, you should try to go back to the previous frequency and ask what the correct frequency is, because we were watching you on your entire flight. You were just on the wrong frequency.
I did go back to Santa Maria Tower and try and raise him, but I didn't get hold of them. But anyway, 161 Juliet Whiskey.
Yeah, 161 Juliet Whiskey. Regardless, you need to squawk 7600 if it's a radio failure and you're an IM or correction. You're under an IM4 flight plan.
Let me see if I can compress that some more.
161 Juliet Whiskey, clearances and request.
851 Tango Bravo, short final 26.
For 851 Tango Bravo, runway 26 left, clear to land, wind 240 at 6.
Clear on runway 26 left, 851 Tango Bravo.
And Palomar Tower, King Air 421 Charlie Sierra, runway 24 at Alpha, ready for IFR departure.
421 Charlie Sierra, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff, wind 200 at 3, so wind calm.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, King Air 421 Charlie Sierra.
Burbank clearance, good evening. Hawker 404 Charlie Delta, IFR to Las Vegas.
404 Charlie Delta, clearance and request, number 2. For 161 Juliet Whiskey, clear to the Santa Barbara Airport via fly heading 100.
Number 2,
Radar
my
vectors
favorite number.
ORCID, then as filed. Climb maintain 5,000, expect 7,000
there's
after
a lot of
5
you'd
minutes.
Be surprised on PilotEdge.
Departure frequency is 120.55.
123 Kilo Tango, which is
Squawk
what
5,
Keith Smith was
2, 1, 3.
using it on his scripts.
Cirrus 161 Juliet Whiskey is cleared to Santa Barbara Airport on departure, fly heading 100, radar vectors ORCID, then as filed. Climb maintain 5,000, expect 7,000 after 5 minutes, departure frequency 120.55 and squawk 5213, Cirrus 161 Juliet Whiskey.
For 161 Juliet Whiskey, readback is corrected. In the future, you can remove all references to airport identification codes in your route. We already have them in the arrival and departure fields.
I appreciate that, 161 Juliet Whiskey.
SkyWest 5613.
Make my compressor compress
Exit left and taxi to the terminal via Alpha Bravo, cross runway 15 left to 15 right, remain on this frequency.
Alright, left turn Alpha Bravo to the ramp, cross the 15, Sky 5613, this frequency, good day.
Not gonna mess with that, I'm gonna wait for my clearance.
Target
Yeah, hit them.
ground, Flight say 51 Tango Bravo, 26 left, signature.
Number 421 Charlie Sierra, contact SoCal departure.
Departure for 1 Charlie Sierra, okay.
851 Tango Bravo, taxi signature via Sierra, remain on this frequency.
Via Sierra, remain on this frequency for 851 Tango Bravo. Thank you.
Number 404 Charlie Delta, cleared to the Las Vegas McCarran International Airport, Van Nuys 3 departure, Daggett transition, and then as filed. Climb maintain 4000, expect flight level 270, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 134.2, squawk 7076.
Cleared to Las Vegas, Van Nuys 3 departure Daggett transition as filed. 4000, expect 270 and 5. 134.2, squawk 7076, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta.
Hawker 4 Charlie Delta, read back is correct.
Alrighty, yay!
San Luis Tower, good evening, Legacy 451 Juliet Alpha. We're about 2 miles southeast of the field, descending through 4,300 with information, Oscar. We're looking for a full stop landing. This is for the Category 2.
Did set the squawk, but it's, let's see. Go to our autopilot. We're going to put 4,000 as our initial
451 Juliet Alpha, roger. Make straight in runway 29er, clear to land, wind 320 at 5.
Straight in 29er, runway 29er, clear to land, Legacy 451 Juliet Alpha.
We can go ahead and switch to ground, and let's put tower in the standby. Okay. And we can start the APU. You can look at this indicator here.
Santa Maria ground, Cirrus 161 Juliet Whiskies at the ramp at Tango. Request taxi runway 30 with the weather. Far.
161 Juliet Whiskey, runway 30, taxi via Alpha.
Via Alpha to 30, 161 Juliet Whiskey.
Indian Springs Tower, Atomic 1-1. Would like a VFR departure to the north to play on the range, and we're ready to roll.
That sounds like Atomic Frog there. Atomic 1-1. APU Gen, APU Blade is on. Let's double check our systems. Electrical. Before we disconnect exterior power, APU is connected and providing power to everything. Let's look at our blades. APU is providing blades to the left side only. This isolation valve is on auto, but it's not open with the APU, so if we want to start our right engine, we'll have to open that, I found out. Pretty simple, though, once you see these diagrams and you see, oh yeah, that valve's closed. Of course I can't
good
start
evening,
that engine.
Cessna 1337 Zulu,
But
13 miles south.
let's go back to electrical system.
Landing with whiskey.
And let's disconnect exterior
Sierra
power.
calling San Luis Tower, say again, call sign only.
Exterior power is disconnected and we're still powered
Call
up, so
sign
that's
is
good.
November 1237 Zulu.
And we'll go ahead and remove the GPU. And GPU disappears on the screen. Nobody's hooked up to it. The GPU has
Number
disappeared.
1337 Zulu, San Luis Tower, make straight in runway 29, report 3 miles southeast of the field.
And
Straight in runway 29ers, report to 3 miles.
let's go ahead and close
November
the door.
1237 Zulu.
In case you guys haven't seen the cabin, the stairs are activated by this push button.
Indian Springs ground, Atomic 1-1, we're ready to taxi. We'd like to do a VFR departure to the north to go play on the range.
Atomic 1-1, Indian Springs ground, runway 26, taxi via Bravo.
And here's what the
26 via Bravo, Atomic 1-1.
passenger area looks like. These things do work. There's like different lighting modes, and there's we can control how bright they are. No audio input. And these window shades do come down. Here's the bathroom. And this looks like this is the luggage compartment. So not too highly detailed, but not too bad either. That doesn't... Huh. It's going to be interesting to see what this looks like when we get closer to Vegas. Does this actually plot our location? I mean, I guess that's where we are. Interesting.
Fan 9th ground, Mooney 755 Alpha Juliet, radio check.
Okay, let's go back to the cockpit.
5x5.
And Van 9th ground, Mooney 755 Alpha Juliet, ready to taxi, be VFR to the north.
Alright,
and we
so... Let's go get our window heat on. Seatbelts, no smoking signs. Is that modeled? Let's see.
And Van 9th ground, we are at Signature West.
Yep.
We're 755 Alpha Juliet, Van Nuys ground, roger. Runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie, and in the future you can just use your initial request as a radio check.
That works.
Well, roger that for 755 Alpha Juliet, taxi to 16 right via Alpha Charlie, thanks for the advice.
We're gonna start by starting in the right engine, so let's open our isolation valve. And let's confirm our isolation valve is open and we are powering both packs. And,
Tower Legacy 451 Juliet Alpha, clear of 29er on Echo, request taxi to parking.
I think we can, on this plane it's probably got an auto start
451
system.
Juliet Alpha, taxi to parking
click the
via
fuel
Echo, Mike,
ignition,
remain on this frequency, that's a pass.
click the start button.
Taxi to parking, Echo Mike, and stay on your frequency. Thanks for the pass, 451 Juliet Alpha.
Santa Maria Tower, Cirrus 161 Juliet Whiskey's holding short runway 30 IFR.
My God.
For 161 Juliet Whiskey, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
That guy's got like
Takeoff
this
161 Juliet
vein
Whiskey.
cranked up all the way. That's not just talking straight into your mic. So we're still not seeing oil
ground,
pressure.
Skyhawk 234 Mike, information Kilo, request
Oh, I
taxi
think that's
VFR to the
cabin.
northeast with flight following.
We probably have to see oil pressure. Where would we see that?
Indian Springs Tower, Atomic 1-1, holding short, and we have the weather.
Last aircraft calling for a taxi, VFR, second call sign only.
Okay, anyhow.
Cessna 234 Mike.
We got the right engine started.
We're 234 Mike,
Get the
runway
bleed to the
25,
left
taxi via
engine.
Foxtrot Alpha.
Taxi via Foxtrot Alpha to 25234
We can
Mike.
go ahead and close
Atomic 1-1
the,
Indian Springs Tower, runway 26, clear for takeoff,
put it
left
on
down, departure
auto.
approved.
because we don't.
Clear for
we've got
takeoff,
the
left down
APU.
window departure, Atomic 1-1.
Why is the
For
PAX
161
not
Juliet Whiskey,
powering
Tonic,
up
Santa
by
Barbara
that?
departure.
Oh yeah.
Dispatch 161 Juliet Whiskey.
Where? Right, Jim. But I shouldn't have to have that on to turn on the right packs. Yeah. Anyhow, let's start the left engine. Hey, Keith. Yeah, my audio compression, I don't have time to play with the settings, but I had it set just right where a lot of people, if they came in too loud, it would cut them off, but I'll need to revisit those settings again. So we've got the left engine started. Left gen. The right packs is still not. That's on auto. It's weird. The right packs is working.
Van Nuys Tower, Mooney 755,
Right,
Alpha
Pax is
Juliet,
off.
ready for departure, 16 right, VFR to the north, with the weather.
755 Alpha Juliet.
Let's
Runway
try
16 right,
turning
clear for
off the
takeoff, right down
APU.
departure approved.
Bleed, the APU bleed. Yeah, okay.
And
Somehow
clear
the
for
APU
takeoff,
bleed.
16 right downwind departure approved for 755 Alpha
I guess
Juliet.
maybe it was overpressured or something. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense either. But APU bleeds off. We've got packs on the right side now. APU gen, and we'll kill the APU. What we should have done was, before we did that, was check the electrical system. Make sure both engines are powering up everything. And they are. I'm still perturbed. I still would like to know how I'm supposed to see oil pressure on here. Brakes, temperature. I guess it's just a, a pop-up warning that you don't get to see the actual values. Unless someone's typed it in chat a bunch of times and I'm missing it.
Runway 29er.
1337 Zulu, runway 29er, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 29er, November 1337 Zulu.
Unless I'm blind and I'm missing it somehow. It's cool as we have independent displays here. We can go to map mode here. And let's put the flight directors on.
Oxnard Tower, Skyhawk 234, Mike holding short. 25 and Alpha, ready for departure, VFR to the northeast.
We don't want autopilot on, I just want to
234 Mike,
show.
runway 25, clear for takeoff, right down departure approved.
Clear for takeoff, 25 right downwind, approved. 234 Mike.
This thing will climb really good, so I'm gonna have to manage my speed. Turn on anti-skid. We'll turn on the yaw damper once we get off the ground. Park brake on. Yaw damper off. We'll go flaps 12. And like I said before, I have not figured out how to cycle the transponder, so I'm going to, I think that's standby with this plugin, and then that's altitude. So we're going to pull up to the taxiway. Park brakes off. So the moment of truth. Can we fly this on PilotEdge and not bust any altitude, speed restrictions, all of the above? This is not a plane that you'll want to do your cat rating then. Not that they'll allow jets through the Bravo transitions. Ah, the good old explain. I know that's like nails on a chalkboard to some of you.
Somebody should pull up.
That was funny. Oh my god. What's on this side? Hold on. Hello. What do we got here, Governor?
November 1237 Zulu is clear of runway 29er. Request taxi to Transient parking.
1337 Zulu taxi parking via Alpha.
Let me add another camera.
Taxi parking via Alpha, November 1237 Zulu.
Added camera 3 to category cockpit.
Let's call this co-pilot. And then, let's move over to co-pilot seat. What do we got over here? There's a whole bunch of controls I didn't realize was over here. Okay, save this. Okay, what do we got here? Environmental. Pressurization. Oxygen. What else is here? Flight deck speaker. Oh, okay, main galley. Okay. I was hoping maybe we had transponder settings here, but nope. These are just cabin pressurization controls. Okay. Never mind. False alert. False alarm. And
Hey, good evening, Long Beach Tower, King Air 421 Charlie Sierra. We're on visual for 30.
Are we squawking at? We're squawking. Squawking mode C. I think we're ready to rumble. Let's go ahead and listen to the ATIS again in case there's any updates.
Bob Hope Airport information Bravo. 2000 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 5.
Double check.
Visibility more than 10.
Getting
sky conditions 7,700 scattered. Temperature 22. Dew point 0. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runway 15.
Fifth at
Advise on initial contact you have
0053
Bravo.
Zulu. Yeah, that should be new. This should be new. Let's go back here. And we'll call for taxi clearance. Burbank ground, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta, Millionaire with the weather ready for taxi.
404 Charlie Delta, Burbank ground, runway 15, taxi via Bravo.
15 taxi via Bravo, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta.
McLaren Exojet 322, clearance to Palomar.
Exojet 322, Yuma clearance on request.
Las Vegas clearance, good evening, American 1238, going up to Santa Barbara tonight.
American 1238, clearance on request number 2.
See, the ground speed is shown where? Let's slow down first. I saw it earlier. Where are you hiding? Oh, there. Ground speed's there, and wind's there, okay. True airspeed, true total air temperature.
EasyJet 322 cleared to Palomar Airport via direct BARD and then as filed. Climb maintain 5000, expect flight level 400, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.55, squawk 3572.
So,
Alright, cleared to the Palomar Airport via radar vectors barred as filed.
So the $40 price point as it stands right now.
5.55, squawk 3572, exit 322.
I'd be hard pressed
exit
to
jet
recommend
322, you're
for
cleared to
40,
Palomar
but
Airport via direct BARD.
it isn't as terrible like we talked earlier. The visuals aren't as terrible as the
Your transmission
screenshots
cut out,
on the
cleared to
org.
Palomar via direct BARD and then as filed.
Alright, clear to Palomar Airport via direct
and
BARD.
if they fix the issues with the altitude capture and some of the flight model stuff and the
1238 Las
audio,
Vegas clearance clear to the
if we can
Palomar
get
correction
custom
Santa Barbara
audio,
Airport. McCarran 4 departure, Hector transition, then as filed. Climb
could be
via
a,
SID
and if they
squawk 5523.
revamp the navigation stuff. So I've never flown the Challenger.
Santa Barbara, and we'll McCarran 4 Hector transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID 5523 on the squawk, American 1238.
So I don't have a
correct.
reference point to compare it to. But if someone else here is
Tower, 1 Charlie Sierra,
flown
clear
this and the
30
Challenger
at Golf,
could pipe in.
parking signature.
All right, so 118.7.
421 Charlie Sierra Roger, taxi to signature via Gulf Bravo and
Departure
Foxtrot,
is
cross runway 25 left.
134.2.
Signature via Golf Bravo Foxtrot, across 25 left, 421 Charlie Sierra.
And let's make sure. Let's double check the departure chart, make sure it agrees. Actually, the Van Nuys 3 doesn't publish. Oh yeah, it does. Well, it's a different SoCal departure frequency, but that's what we're given, so that's what we'll use. Okay, I think we are ready to rumble. Burbank Tower, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta, holding short 15.
404 Charlie Delta, Burbank Tower, runway 15, cleared for takeoff. The wind variable at 3.
15, cleared for takeoff, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta.
Approaching.
Turn them all on.
5. On runway 15.
Okay. Let's see, we're gonna have to level off at 4,000. Let's do a 2,000 feet per minute climb. All right, we all ready? There we go. I'm not. Whoa, that trim. Oh, the autopilot turned itself on. Positive rate, you're up. I thought I confirmed that that light was off. So it retrimmed my elevator trim. And flaps up.
For 404 Charlie Delta, contact SoCal departure.
Over the departure for Charlie Delta.
Yuma ground. Exojet 322 is Zulu 3 short of Zulu
Autopilot's on now.
with the weather taxi.
Just control our climb rate.
Number 161 Juliet Whiskey at Goyed. Contact Santa Barbara Tower 100.7.
SoCal departure, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta 3400, climbing 4000.
Number 404 Charlie Delta SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
Up to 13,000, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. It's not going to capture that altitude. It doesn't work.
Hawker 4 Charlie Delta, turn right heading 350.
Turn right 350, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. But I'll put it in there just for my own visual reference. Let's get the speed up. Let's see, flaps up, gear up. It's probably going to give us direct line.
618 Golf, you're with SoCal approach, you're looking for Van Nuys Tower, it's 119.3.
We'll just go ahead and...
Number 404 Charlie Delta, clear direct Bogut, resume the departure.
Clear direct Bogut, resume departure, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. Now we'll go to FMS, nav. Oh, we're too fast. We need to increase our V speed. We've got traffic there, so we probably don't want to climb too fast. So we'll just bleed off the throttle a little bit. TCAS on this thing apparently...
Hawker 4 Charlie Delta, contact LA Center 125.27.
Over to 125.27, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. What?
Number 234 Mike, the Whiteman altimeter 3006.
Aha! You can't abbreviate the frequencies here. LA Center, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta, 10,000, climbing 13,000.
Hawker 404 Charlie Delta, LA Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 230, passing 13,000, clear direct Daggett.
Clear to 230 and passing Daggett. Repeat that again.
Number 4 Charlie Delta, passing 13,000, clear direct Daggett.
Passing 13,000, clear direct Daggett, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. Yeah, I've got overload right now. So next page, Daggett's there. We're just about to cross 13,000. So we'll go direct Daggett. And we'll reset our autopilot altitude to 23,000.
Number 234 Mike, traffic for you. He's 9 to 10 o'clock, 2 miles southbound. Altitude indicates 3,600.
Oh, it has auto throttle? Interesting. Let's start our target speed 290. Will it capture the altitude? Is my yeah, I'm using Track IR. Is my stream showing up laggy for you guys, or is it just on my end? We can go ahead and kill Whoops. Leave that on. Zoom out, make sure we are going the right way. Yes, we are. So it's manageable.
Altimeter setting.
Altimeter setting. Good. That works. 2992. Okay. Maybe it was just my end.
Number 404 Charlie Delta, climb and maintain flight level 270, change to my frequency 133.55.
Up to 270 and over to 13355, Hawker for Charlie Delta. LA Center, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta, 228, climbing 270.
Hawker 4 Charlie Delta, LA Center, good evening.
It's that XAIS callouts plugin that it does the runway callouts and stuff. We could probably engines are running high, so we'll
1238.
Reduce our vertical speed.
Las Vegas Tower 25 right, clear for takeoff. The wind 010
Be interested to see if it captures altitude with the auto throttles on.
EasyJet 322, contact Yuma departure.
I haven't. So the only time
1272, contact SoCal approach
if I touch this
135,
button,
correction 124.5.
we're liable to take a nosedive. The couple of times that I tried it, it was I don't. Maybe you have to actually be on the flight plan and it's fine.
Atomic
but,
11 runway 26, clear to land.
But it I was taking off from a runway heading, vectoring myself, and when I hit it, it nosedived me down. So, okay, so we're going to keep a very close eye
departure, radar
here.
contact, climb, maintain flight level 230.
Nope.
American 1272, SoCal approach, cross Simon at a maintain. Correction,
Did we capture
cross
it?
Santa Monica at a maintain 7,000 and 210 knots.
Nope.
Los Angeles altimeter 3004.
The auto throttles work, but the altitude capture. Maybe it does work. Hold on. Huh. Wait. Nope. Nope, we're still climbing. So it's not capturing the altitude.
700 November Bravo, Los Angeles, clearance delivery, clear to the John Wayne Airport, Seal Beach 6 departure, radar vectors, Seal Beach direct. Climb via SID accept, maintain 5,000, departure frequency 125.2, squawk 2264.
So I'll need to send that as a bug to the developer. Both flight level FLC and that, by the way, that green flicker was because the new version of OBS, when it tries to
November
recover.
Bravo, Rebec is correct, and it's the Seal Beach 6 departure.
Let's speed up. What's our ground speed? 441. The new versions of OBS for NVIDIA people with the anniversary update, that's a workaround that
Atomic
the OBS
11
people
taxi,
had to work
parking
on.
vehicle, Bravo, remain on this frequency. American
Oh,
1238,
shit.
contact departure.
The hell? No. No.
American 1238, Las Vegas
No.
departure, radar contact, climb, maintain flight level
No.
190.
What are you doing? Okay, 320. Mach 80?
ExoJet 322, contact LA Center 133.55.
What? What do you mean value out of range?
Our 234 Mike, radar services are terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change to Whiteman Towers approved.
Okay, well, we're not going to mess with that anymore.
LA Center, Exojet 322, 22-4 for 230.
Exojet 322, LA Center, climb maintain, flight level 400.
Up to level 400, Exojet 322.
Yeah, so, yep, $40 until they work out all the bugs, and, see, I can't even, sync my heading. There's no mouse clicker, no mouse pusher.
November 6182, Golf taxi to parking via Kilo and Bravo, remain on this frequency.
Now, let's do...
American 1272, after Santa Monica, fly heading 070, vector visual approach, runway 25 left.
Alright. We can finally take a little bit of a breather.
Number 234, Mike, Whiteman Tower, make straight in, runway 12,
admire
clear
the
to land.
exteriors. It's not a bad plane. It's just, it's got a bit
Exojet
of work to do with the
cleared
nav
to direct
and
Julian,
MCP,
descend at
not a
pilot's
pilot.
discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Direct Julian, PD down to 240, Exojet 322.
American 1238, clear direct Hector, connect LA Center 134.65, g'day.
We're losing altitude.
851 Tango Bravo, Ontario clearance. Clearance is on request, standby.
Let's get ourselves back. And we'll hit the altitude hold button.
TBM 0 November Bravo. Los Angeles ground, runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie.
34 miles from Daggett.
3 Bravo.
So we do have to babysit this autopilot a little bit.
American 1238, LA Center, climb, maintain, flight level 23 is right.
But the displays are nice. They're, you know, high res.
TDM 0 November Bravo, affirmative.
You know, they're not fuzzy or aliased, too aliased or anything. Even this backup display look pretty good. Oh, not a bad plane. Just needs some work. Yeah, cranky. So, hopefully with this being a business jet and not some little general aviation aircraft, hopefully they'll put some effort, some more development effort in this plane. Oops. Forgot the yaw dampener. Sorry, guys. Yeah. You do have a bathroom back there, though. See? Watch that. I have long arms. Oh, wrong one. There you go.
Ray 51 Tango Bravo, advisory to copy.
Okay,
Ray 51
let's
Tango Bravo,
clean
clear
up
to
some of my
Hawthorne Airport
charts
via
here.
fly runway heading. Radar vectors, Victor 363.
I'm pull up my
Hawthorne 25
KPEC 3
localizer
chart.
direct. Climb maintain 3000. Expect flight level, correction, just climb maintain 3000. The departure frequency is 135.4 and squawk 2474.
So we are holding altitude. That's good news. At least this button works. And some custom audio.
There's no radial in the flight plan that I issued you. It's
I mean, that's
runway
not the
heading, radar
X-plane
vectors
default, but
to
it's...
Victor 363, and then the Hawthorne 25 localizer direct.
But if they improve the custom sounds a little bit... It is semi-3D. At least it does get quiet when we move away from it.
5-1 Tango Bravo, reback correct. American 1272, contact SoCal approach 128.5.
We're getting close to Daggett.
For 404 Charlie Delta, descend, correction, cross Meissen at a maintain flight level 240.
Cross Meissen at maintain 240, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our V-speed down.
American 1272, SoCal approach, descend to maintain 3,600.
To 4,000.
Alright, 234 Mike, Roger, runway,
Let's
correction,
reduce
taxi
our
transient
speed
parking via Alpha, remain on this frequency.
280 on the descent. We're not descending. Go to V-speed mode, thank you. We can make it.
Aircraft calling for taxi, say again, call sign only.
Drag? We don't need no stinking drag.
We're 2014 X-ray.
We just better watch out. We don't overshoot.
We're 2014 X-ray, San Luis ground runway 29er taxi via Alpha.
Oh boy, here we come.
2014 X-ray, Roger, runway 29er taxi via Mike Echo Alpha, cross runway 29er.
Get ready for it.
American 1238, contact LA Center 133.55. Number 404 Charlie Delta, contact LA Center 134.65.
Over to 134.65, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta.
Hey, 51 Tango Bravo, you need to stand by.
Los Angeles Center, good evening.
American 1238, LA Center, climb, maintain flight level 280. American 1272, fly heading 160 and contact SoCal approach on 124.9er.
LA Center, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta 240.
For 404 Charlie Delta, LA Center, good evening. Cross Clara to maintain 13,000 and 250 knots. Las Vegas altimeter 2, correction, 300er.
Cross Claret, maintain 13,250 knots, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta.
TBM 0 November Bravo, Los Angeles Tower, runway 25 right, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
Oops.
American 1272, SoCal approach, Roger. Los Angeles altimeter 3004. Delta 1862, I did get your request. You're on request number 2 in sequence.
Go check the map, see if it's moving. Which map? This map's
flighting
moving.
220, intercept 25 left localizer.
This map's moving.
Correction, 851 Tango Bravo, Ontario, clearance cleared to the Hawthorne Airport via fly runway heading. Radar vectors Victor 363, Hawthorne 25 localizer direct. Climb and maintain 3,000. Departure frequency 135.4, squawk 2474. All right, 851 Tango Bravo, reback.
Oh. Thank you. Yes.
American 1272, Los Angeles Airport, 12 o'clock and 10 miles. Report when you have it in sight.
It does work. It does work. I wonder how much of the world they must have the whole world in there for this feature to work.
Delta 1862, you clear the Ramona Airport via Nickel 1 departure.
That's amazing.
Paradise.
Uh-oh.
And then as filed.
Can reload.
Climb via SID, accept maintain 7,000. Expect 1,000, 5 minutes after departure.
It does work.
Departure frequency is 135.4. Squawk 2636 and hold your read back. American 1272, cleared visual approach, runway 25 left, connect the tower 120.905. TBM 0, November Bravo, contact SoCal departure.
Yeah, so far TCAS has been a
TBM 0, November Bravo, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Although I don't think I've encountered any, Oh, no, there should be an aircraft. Hold on. Oops. Where are they? They're there. There's an aircraft.
American 1272, LA Tower, runway 25 left, clear to land, wind calm.
But, I don't
Delta
think
1862,
they ever
go ahead with
came
your
up on
readback.
here. Some of the TCAS, I don't know, there must be like some different modes of TCAS supported because the Epic E1000 and the IXEG now pull up
Delta
PilotEdge
1862, affirmative,
TCAS,
Nickel 1 departure, squawk is 2636.
and it's glorious.
Delta 1862, readback is correct.
So we just want to make sure we don't bust that 13,000 altitude. We'll need to go into it might be something as simple as going into PlaneMaker, and there's probably some setting there that tells it to capture altitudes.
Altimeter setting.
Alright, last aircraft calling on Ontario ground, stay by.
Altimeter setting, let's see, he said 3001. Let's since I can't change frequencies, we'll use this as our ATIS. So 3008. Wind
November 700,
040,
November
8
Bravo.
knots.
Fly heading
So we might
140,
get
vector
the,
seal beach.
01s.
ExoJet 322, connect LA Center 128.6.
Might be one of those where I have to be close enough for government work.
ExoJet 322, LA Center.
Whatever.
Descend to maintain 14,000, the Palomar altimeter 3004. 14,000, 14,000.
Altitude. Now we'll reduce our speed to 250. And let's see, the Vegas, if we land the ones, it'll be 118.75. That is 250, not 240. We haven't descended to 10,000 yet, so we don't need to turn all our flashy lights on outside.
Number 700 November Bravo, clear direct Seal Beach and resume on navigation. Connect SoCal 128.1.
And we're getting a scenery update. Yeah, and this thing is not going to have any issues descending on arrivals and stuff. It descends pretty fast and doesn't need any drag. So we made it here before. We're still 8 miles out from Clar. And I apologize for those green
American
flashes. That's just
descend upon
OBS.
discretion, maintain flight level 240.
OBS workaround.
Number 404 Charlie Delta, contact Las Vegas approach on 125.9er.
Over to 125.9er, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. Vegas approach, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta, 13,000 with the weather.
Number 404 Charlie Delta, Las Vegas approach. Descend via the KPEG 3 arrival, expect the visual approach 25 left.
Descend via the KPEG 3 and expect visual 25 left, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. Okay, so we'll pull up our KPEG 3 map. So once we pass Clar, we'll hang at 13,000 until we get past KPEG. And then we'll need to descend to 11,000 for Ipumi.
KBM 0 November Bravo SoCal approach. Downwind altimeter 3004.
How about some scenery action, huh? Is that a real traffic? Nope, that's a drone.
ExoJet 322, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
We do have traffic at Vegas though when we get there. So that'll be one more chance to see if TCAS works or not. So from the outside of this plane, the frame rates are pretty good. The inside, it's not bad. It does drop a little bit on the inside cockpit. I do think that they have quite a few polygons.
322 SoCal approach.
I mean, those knobs
Palomar
are
altimeter
round.
3006 now, descend and maintain 5,000.
So I'm going to guess that the polygon count on this thing is fairly high. I mean, they even modeled the screws. I don't know if they modeled the screw head, but you know, it's in terms of the 3D model itself, it's not bad at all. Let's make sure that we're holding altitude here. We'll have to just keep double checking the autopilot. So I don't regret buying. Well, number one, you know, people on my stream yesterday asked me if I would fly it, and then in various Discord
So Jet
chats,
322, Roger. If you think you can make it, your
I
clear
saw
visual
people
approach
say,
runway
"Hey,
24.
is anybody else going to buy it, or is we'll buy it?" And so, just for being able to stream this and show this, it's been worth it. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily a $40 payware, but
and departure Pilatus 851
it is
Tango Bravo past
it is something that I
2.53.
would consider flying on the PilotEdge network again, especially if they can
TBM November Bravo
release an
SoCal
update
approach after
to
Seal
fix
Beach
the
cleared ILS
altitude
20,
capture.
right?
Or, like I said, I'm going to go into Playmaker after
the
the
ILS
stream
25 right for Hawthorne.
and see if there's any settings I can
Okay, I had
coerce
2
this
people
plane.
answer that call for the clearance. That was for 0 November Bravo. Whoever also answered that call, that was not for you.
That's pretty nice looking. Oh.
Okay, I had another aircraft call in departure to check in. Go ahead.
And this is Pilatus 851 Tango Bravo, level 3, runway heading.
Rate 51 Tango Bravo, SoCal departure, negative radar contact, verify squawking 2474.
It's not a bad plane, just needs some work. And yeah, obviously the FMC
How's
and
that for 851 Tango Bravo?
navigation display aren't
851
the
Tango Bravo radar
greatest in the
contact now,
world,
2.5 miles west
but,
of the Ontario Airport, say altitude.
they're functional.
Yeah, we're at 3.2 for
Okay,
851 Tango Bravo.
we're gonna pass
851 Tango Bravo,
KPEC.
Roger, fly heading 200, vector Hawthorne 25 localizer.
Flight heading at 200 and for the vector 25 localized for Hawthorne.
So
851 Tango Bravo.
Ipumi, and then Ipumi is going to be, let's go in vertical speed mode, and let's reduce our speed. Let's reduce it slowly. I need to map the altitude capture on my joystick. That would make this so much easier. And once I level off here, I'll let Vegas Approach know that we have the airport in sight.
851 Tango Bravo, check your altitude. I show you 4,000 feet.
Yeah, we're on our way down for 851 Tango Bravo.
851 Tango Bravo, I need you to send and maintain 3,000 immediately.
Down to 3,000 for 851 Tango Bravo.
Vegas Approach, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta has the airport in sight.
Last aircraft calling second.
Vegas Approach, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta has the airport in sight.
404 Charlie Delta, Roger. American 1238, contact LA Center 125.27, good day. ExoJet 322, contact Palomar Tower, good night.
And after Ipumi, Nipso is 9,000. We'll keep descending
American
KPEC
1238 LA Center, good
till
evening.
we're told
Cross
otherwise.
Fillmore at a maintain 14,000.
Alright, down to 9,000.
851 Tango Bravo, fly heading 250, contact SoCal approach on 124.9er.
250, 124.9 for 851 Tango Bravo. SoCal approach, Pilatus 851 Tango Bravo, turning heading 250 with you 3000.
November 851 Tango Bravo, SoCal approach, Los Angeles
Go ahead and
altimeter
get
3004, fly heading 270, intercept Hawthorne 25 localizer.
270 and intercept the localizer for A5, 1 Tango Bravo. Thank you.
404 Charlie Delta, contact to Las Vegas approach on 135.0. Good day.
Over to 135.0, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. And we'll put 119.9 on standby. Vegas approach, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta, 9300, descending via the Capex 3.
404 Charlie Delta, Las Vegas approach, good evening, altimeter 3010, you see the field in sight?
We have, affirmative, we have the airport in sight for Charlie Delta.
404 Charlie Delta, clear visual approach, runway 25 left.
Clear visual approach, 25 left, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. Okay, so we can continue descending now, and we can go, I'll put in heading mode, and we'll, that relieves us of having to continue following the CAPEC arrival. Let's reduce our speed now to about 210. Yeah, Tanner, I don't think it's going to be that hard of a issue to fix, though. Like I said, I'm going to take a peek in PlaneMaker, see if that's a setting in there, and if not, then it should be fairly easy for the developer to fix. Let's see, flaps 12 we can do at 230 knots, so let's reduce our speed to 200. And let me double check the frequency. I did put 119.9. Yes, it's 119.9. So let's get flaps 12. Let's go ahead and turn autopilot off.
851 Tango Bravo, Hawthorne Airport, 12 o'clock and 12 miles. Report when you have it in sight.
And let's kill the auto throttles.
851 Tango Bravo, clear visual approach, runway 25.
Sorry, I hit the microphone. Go and make our turn. Let's get flaps 20. I'm guessing flaps 35 is the normal configuration.
Delta 1862, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain 9,000.
Well, let's just, we're not on autopilot, but let's go ahead and get the ILS. I think the ILS is tuned in, or no, it's not. There we go. Not that we need it, but I like to see what it looks like. Let's level off here.
You're gonna need to start over.
Go ahead, put landing gear down. Check our airspeed. We're still okay. I'll go with flaps 35.
851 Tango Bravo, contact Hawthorne Tower. Have a good night. (851 Tango Bravo, Hawthorne Tower 121.1). Number 404 Charlie Delta, contact Las Vegas Tower 119.9. So long.
Or the tower, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta, see ya.
So looking for VFR departure to the northwest with Yankee.
Hawthorne Tower, Pilatus 851 Tango Bravo, 5 mile final, runway 25.
Pilatus 851 Tango Bravo, Hawthorne Tower, runway 25, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 25, Pilatus 851 Tango Bravo.
Number
Biggest
74 Delta. Whiteman ground, runway 12, taxi via Alpha.
Any chance we can get 30 for 374 Delta?
November 74 Delta, runway 30, taxi via Alpha Charlie. Correction, Alpha Echo.
30 via Alpha, 374 Delta.
Biggest tower, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta 25 left visual.
Approaching 25 left.
Aircraft calling, say again.
Vegas Tower, Hawker 404 Charlie Delta short final 25 left.
Number 404 Charlie Delta, Las Vegas Tower, runway 25 left, cleared to land.
25 left, cleared land, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta.
Sunway Tower scaling
Unstable.
November 2014
Unstable.
X-ray holding short 29 with Oscar southbound departure.
I am unstable.
Skyline 2014 X-ray, San Luis Tower, south departure approved, runway 29 cleared for takeoff. Good flight.
Runway 29 cleared for takeoff. Skyline
Long
November
landing.
2014 X-ray.
Long landing.
Chris, switch left.
Say again?
Holy heck. That was that's going to look interesting on the replay. I think the nose was up.
Pilatus 1 Tango Bravo, safe parking.
And we'll exit off here to the left.
Flaps up.
Pilatus 1 Tango Bravo, remain this frequency, taxi to the ramp. Good day.
Remain this frequency, taxi ramp, A51 Tango Bravo, thank you.
Number 4 Charlie Delta, safe parking.
We'll be parking on the west for Charlie Delta.
Number 4 Charlie Delta, roger. Cross runway 25 right at Alpha 5, then turn left on Bravo. And hold short of runway 1 right on Bravo.
Cross 25 right, Alpha 5, turn left on Bravo, and repeat the rest.
November 4 Charlie Delta, cross runway 25 right at Alpha 5, turn left on Bravo, hold short of runway 1 right on Bravo.
And hold short
Approaching
1 right at
0,
Bravo for Charlie Delta.
7 left.
Los Angeles delivery, TBM 07 November Bravo, requesting IFR clearance to John Wayne.
TBM 700 November Bravo, Los Angeles clearance delivery, cleared to John Wayne Airport, Seal Beach 6 departure. Radar vectors to Seal Beach, direct, maintain, correction, climb via SID, except maintain 5,000. SoCal departure frequency 125.2, squawk 5102.
Alrighty, cleared to John Wayne via Seal Beach 6 departure radar vectors to Seal Beach direct, SID, climb on the SID, sorry, and accept maintain 5,000. Just confirm the departure frequency is 13252 and squawk 5102 for TBM 70 November Bravo.
TBM 0 November Bravo, departure frequency 125.2, rest to read back correct.
I didn't know worries then, 125 days.
I did forget.
Sorry, what was the squawk? Just one more time.
The spoilers don't arm with the
TBM 0 November Bravo, roger, squawk
spoiler deal.
5102.
It does have a button for ground spoilers, which I forgot to
correction,
set.
November 4 Charlie Delta, cross runway 1 right at Bravo, hold short of runway 1 left.
Cross 1 right at Bravo and hold short 1 left, Hawker 4 Charlie Delta.
Whiteman Tower, Piper 374 Delta holding short 30, ready for departure VFR to the northwest.
Speed brake extended.
Piper 374 Delta, Whiteman Tower, north departure approved, runway 30, cleared for takeoff.
Let's see, what's our...
Clear for takeoff 30, northwest approved, 374 Delta.
Yep, we're still good on the ground speed. We're not going too fast. We don't need any of these guys anymore. Or the yaw damper.
St. John's ground, TBM 07 November Bravo with the weather looking for taxi.
And we can go ahead and get the APU started.
TBM 700 November Bravo, Los Angeles ground safe position and squawk altitude.
My apologies, yeah, we're on the far east.
TBM 0 November Bravo, thanks, runway 25
so
right, taxi
we
via
made
Charlie.
it without
Charlie
making any
Bravo.
massive deviations, so that's
Charlie,
a good
Charlie 1
sign.
Bravo 25 right, and this is for the CAT correction I-06, is that all good?
TBM 0 November Bravo, affirmative, roger.
Ground speed's still good. We didn't get cleared to cross one right. Check left. Check right. And we'll hold short one right.
Approaching 0, 1 right.
Hawker 4 Charlie Delta, cross runway 1 left at Bravo, then taxi to the ramp via hotel. Remain this frequency. Have a good night.
Cross 1 left at Bravo and taxi to the ramp via hotel. Hawker 4 Charlie Delta. Have a good one.
Approaching 0, 1 left.
Hotel's this one straight ahead. We got helicopters parked here. We've got wheel screech, tire screech. And I forgot what that, it's not on the map, I forgot what the name it was. Signature parking is where we're going.
Good evening, radio check.
Loud and clear.
So we'll make the tire screech again.
Burbank clearance delivery, Cessna 723 Foxtrot.
Do some Tokyo drift here.
Advisories, destination Fullerton via El Monte, cruise altitude 3500, information India.
We're late
November
for a
723
poker
Foxtrot,
game,
Burbank
so
clearance delivery. What was your type one more time?
So, Cessna 172.
I'm not gonna
Skyhawk 23
turn the
Foxtrot,
engines
roger.
off.
SoCal departure frequency would be 134.2. Squawk 4304. The departure instructions will be issued by the top.
Well, he made it one piece.
134.2 and 4304 by the tower. Thank you.
So let's go ahead and
Sky 23 Foxtrot back.
let's go ahead and disconnect from the PilotEdge.
Disconnected.
Let's do a replay and see that horrible landing. I mean, we all survived it, but that's I think that's my first landing in that, so not that that should be any excuse. A little bit of a float. My nose gear wasn't down. It's like the MD-80. All that torque, that moment that was being put on the plane. If the spoilers had deployed, it might have been a little better. And this does have wing flex. Not too bad. The wing flex is actually fairly subdued. Look at the tower view. Yes. It needs more flight frag than 777 wing flex. Yeah, the wings slapping on the ground and the engines rotating on the wing. That's cool. They modeled the clamshells. Now the back is solid, but we'll give them a pass on that. Let's look at the front. The front does have fans. And I forgot to disable my reversers here. That's pretty cool. Let's see what our speeds looked. So we're about 138 knots. I don't know what VREF is, but probably less than 138. Considering we touched down about 126 or something.